crush lights, I can pull them out of tube.
Yeah, I just did.
Hey, what's up, gang? So I'm gonna check out a local like luthier and instrument builder. I don't really know a whole lot. I know it's called Jett Instruments, if I remember correctly. I know they make mandolins and guitars and maybe some other stuff, but Mickey said I should go down there and I should check out the shop, so I'm gonna swing by there. We're gonna say hi to Danny, and we're gonna get the tour. We're gonna probably play some guitars, probably tell some funny stories, see what happens. Then I'm gonna head back to Mickey's apartment. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna go do that, and we'll meet up with Mickey later.
Usually those go on before the lining, and then what happens if you drop this guitar and it hits on the corner, let's say it starts to crack here, the crack will propagate till it hits the block or this, and it'll actually stop, like drilling a hole in the cymbal when it's cracked. But I used to use wood ones, but then the more I studied the physics of materials, I realized that that concentrated the stress at the end of the wood, and so a crack that would propagate would end up splitting at that point, and then you have to, fixing a crack here is easy.
Right.
Fixing a crack at the lining edge is really hard.
Yeah, it's a very tiny guitar.
Yeah, this is a soprano uke, so that's the, so that's another piece of that Hawaiian mango maple. Dragon.
Oh yeah.
All of our plexiglass templates on there. I actually make all of our forms, and because we have a CNC, we don't have to rely on somebody else's pattern. We have piles of these that we just make them. We basically rapidly prototype everything. Mandolins, the mandolins and a lot of the ukes ended up with a French polish. So just a shellac that's hand rubbed. You can literally eat the stuff. You need to be able to work with the lacquer. So we just built all this. Everything's spark proof. We got climate control. And then we got wood going back basically to the 1980s. This is stuff we just bought last summer. So this is kind of like in a pre-drying stage. That'll go back to her house, and then she'll bring back boxes that she wants to be working on now. So she's almost done with this stuff. Guitar wood's a little bit different. I get a lot of my stuff from retired luthiers, so it's already completely aged. The stuff that I buy new, I stack in the back, and then like hopefully 5 or 10 years from now I'll get into that. When you're doing your bracing, you know the guitar top's not really flat. So this is actually has a radius dish in it. Whenever I go to put braces on it, since we use hide glue, I'll put the top in here. I have my hide glue pot here. I get my hot glue on it, drop it in, because the hide glue has a closure time, and then I basically use it like that. So hide glue, once it gets below its closure temperature, it starts to gel up, and then it doesn't work. This is like basically like a cabinet shop, but every tool is specialized for specific, specific processes, specific, This is my guitar top. This is a natural rubber. I'll heat up my hide glue. Everything's positioned where it needs to be, and I'll set that there. And that puts a nice even pressure on the surface. Basically hit the button. We'll release the vacuum. Pop it off, the bridge will be turned. Yeah. So when you're coming through here, this has already been done, but the binding, after you fit it, you gotta level it all out. So we use this clamp, and then you can make adjustments to rotate how you need it. All right, so if you wanted to do some top work, you could do it like that. And this holds it so strong, I could rip the back off the instrument. So it's plenty of force.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, so this is probably, pre-Civil War.
Yeah,
Multi-piece neck. You can see the ice cream cone neck, and there's multiple pieces in this part which you can kind of see there on the finish. You see that little triangle? The frets, if you look at the frets, I could probably pop that out. There you go. So this is actually nickel. This is actually the wire. They just rolled it through like a roller, and then there's no, there's no tang like a modern fret.
Yeah. So
These
there's
are
nothing really holding it.
Yeah, nothing really. These are loose, so one of the things that'll happen with the restoration of this guitar is they'll be reseated. I said the only thing rarer than one of these is 2 of them. In the same round. So this is a similar period. This is a different style.
Both of these were made by CF.
Yeah, these are both CF Martin guitarists. You can see this is a little bit less ornate, but still, it's missing the strap button. Here's the original. It's missing a little piece in the middle, but that's generally what it would look like years old. This is not original.
Yeah.
So this guitar, this is the original bridge. This is an abomination. So they both need a lot of restoration work.
You play banjo at all?
I can almost play Blackfire Blossom. Is that what you, Chrissy?
Yeah, dude. You want some chocolate, man? 72.
Oh, there's more down there. Yeah, forget about it, man. Oh, my sweet Lupita works behind the counter. Never set my eyes upon her. Met her once, but in a dream. Oh, that senorita has a mystery about her. Makes her living by the hour, cooking anything you please. Oh, my sweet Lupita fixes 3 tamales for a stranger drinking coffee in the corner of her store. Just a paper flag cantina stolen away to on a lunch break. Lonely boy with swelling heartache leaves his burdens at the door. Sweet Lupita, the waitress told me that you never took a husband. And don't you start to thinking she amounted to nothing. But tell me, does it show? By now you ought to know. She cooks with all the love in this whole world. Oh, my sweet Lupita, I won't soon forget the day I caught sight of the kindest face I'd ever seen before. Well, I said, it's nice to meet you. I proceeded to introduce myself. I'm one of many on your shelf, here to sweep you off the floor.
That's what we got so far.
Yeah, exactly. Miss Sullivan said that they're teaching their son Latin so that he'll be fluent in Latin and English by the time he's 5. Oh wow, show off. Guys, you are going to break something. Please,
Jasper,
please,
try not to break anything.
I know both of you are like, is that a place for you two? A for me. All of these if you want me to try it,
Which is fine. You can even make it. You can even make up your own verse. Be like, Jaden's gonna play the siren. It's gonna annoy all of us. Just make it up.
Wait, get my own.